few years ago, when warframes with channeling DPS abilities such as Ember and Banshee reigned supreme, Arcane Energize was very much worth any cost because it was the only thing that bypasses that limitation of channeling abilities not to allow any extra energy gain. But fast forward a few years, we no longer have such channeled abilities in such dominant state. Sure, some frames still have very useful channeled abilities, but it's not the center focus of the community, and we have gained numerous new ways to obtain energy to bypass these limitations. In this video, I will try to pair Energize against current needs and the other sources to see if it's worth its asking price. Here's the deal. What's currently the most effective way to get energy is by using a source of health orbs, like Companion or a pet, with Synth Deconstruct, or using an ability that spawns them and then converting them to energy with Equilibrium. With it, you need Synth Fiber on your Companion to pick up health orbs when your health is full. But by far, that's the most energy you can get. It varies depending on what you're using to spawn those health orbs, but for all intents and purposes, they all give next to infinite energy. Compared to the market cost of those three mods, Arcane Energize's asking price is several thousands % higher. Even if we compare expected time to obtain those things, we are looking at a very similar scale between them. And yes, I understand that it takes so long to obtain Energize, but it's not as useful now. Biggest hindrance to its performance is a cooldown of 15 seconds. For that amount of time, Equilibrium can give you thousands and thousands of energy. So much so that I'd challenge you to spend it. In my eyes, Arcane Energize only has two advantages. One, it's completely automated. It gives less, but it's a plug-in and forget kind of thing. On the other hand, some abilities that help Equilibrium combo do need active use, some more than others. It's not much work, but gains are way higher. And such means are easier to obtain or cheaper to buy on the market. And two, Energize is more likely to help your teammates. A lot of ways you spawn health orbs also spawn energy orbs, so it's not that big of a deal in comparison. But if you don't use that and you only spawn health orbs to convert them to energy, then we run a quote-unquote risk of your teammates not having Equilibrium to make use of that. But then again, it's questionable how much of this game is actual co-op. Sure, we can play with other players, but that's not necessarily a co-op. The only way I'd say Arcane Energize is really good is if entire team has it. But then again, at current market costs, we are looking at a total of about 7,000 platinum invested across the team, which just means it's less likely for a random team to have that. Added bonus of Equilibrium builds is that you also get very high amounts of healing from it, making your pets and sentinels that much more durable as well. Equilibrium build can be obtained and fully set up much earlier in the game, only gaining more effectiveness as you progress. And there are more ways to gain energy, not just Equilibrium and Energize. There's Grendel's Nourish with Helmet system that makes Rage insanely effective, as well as Emergence Dissipate in an Operator Arcane slot that's solid on its own, but with Nourish it's a beast. There are also Archon Shards that outperform Energize by orders of magnitude when you stack a few. Now, those are all facts, but here's my opinion on what's going on. Arcane Energize has established itself as sort of a socially constructed meta, where many old forum posts and old videos claim it's the best thing ever, even though it no longer is. Those videos and forum posts were not wrong. They were correct at a different time and in a different ecosystem. And don't get me wrong, it's still very much useful, but not nearly as useful as its price and sales stats make it out to seem. But search algorithm sends people to the most popular results, so we've got a vicious cycle on our hands. Personally, I don't think it's worth half of its current price, and combinations you can make without it are so much better in every way. It's hardly even worth doing hundreds of try-along hunts you need to max it out. I mean, try-along hunts are fun to do, but I wouldn't go out of my way to burn myself out of that just to get it. Try-along hunts are so far one of the best things DE has produced, but it's a very long grind to get that Arcane Energize. This video definitely runs the risk of getting some flack from an ever-dedicated community of try-along hunters, because it's in their best interest for the socially constructed meta to stay as such. So please like, comment, and subscribe to please the algorithm gods, and I'll see you in the next one.